Once upon a time, in the dark and ominous lands of Eastern Europe, there was a kingdom called Wallachia, shrouded in tales of horror and terror. Here, a powerful and mysterious figure arose, one that struck fear into the hearts of the bravest warriors and sent shivers down the spines of the most resilient peasants. This figure, the inspiration for the character of Dracula, was none other than Vlad the Impaler, or as he was also known, Vlad Dracula. Vlad Dracula was born in 1431 in the town of Sighisora, a picturesque settlement nestled in the heart of Transylvania. He was the son of Vlad Dracul, a member of the prestigious Order of the Dragon, an organization of knights sworn to protect Christian Europe from the invading Ottomans. The name Dracula was derived from the word Dracul, meaning dragon or devil in the local tongue. In the cold winter of 1447, when Vlad Dracula was but a teenager, his father and older brother were brutally murdered by rival nobles. Enraged by this betrayal and yearning for revenge, young Vlad swore to avenge their deaths and reclaim his family's rightful place on the throne of Wallachia. Years went by, and Vlad Dracula bided his time, honing his skills in the arts of warfare and diplomacy. At last, in 1456, with the support of a Hungarian army, he ascended the throne of Wallachia, ready to exact his vengeance upon those who had wronged his family. Vlad's rule was characterized by the strict enforcement of law and order, with little tolerance for any form of dissent or treachery. His preferred method of punishment was impalement, a cruel and gruesome fate that would strike fear into the hearts of his enemies. The sight of thousands of impaled corpses scattered across the land became an emblem of terror, earning him the moniker of Vlad the Impaler. Despite his brutal methods, Vlad was also a shrewd ruler who understood the importance of fortifying his realm against external threats. He reinforced the mountain passes, built strategic fortresses, and maintained a formidable military force. As the years went by, the Ottoman Empire continued to encroach upon the borders of Wallachia, and Vlad knew that it was only a matter of time before they would attempt to conquer his lands. Determined to defend his kingdom, he orchestrated a series of daring raids into Ottoman territory, destroying entire towns and leaving a trail of impaled corpses in his wake. These acts of defiance only served to fuel the Ottomans' desire for retribution, and in the spring of 1462, the mighty Sultan Mehmed II, the very conqueror of Constantinople, assembled a colossal army to march upon Wallachia. The stage was set for a battle of epic proportions, as the forces of darkness and light prepared to collide in a fight for the soul of Eastern Europe. But Vlad Dracula was not one to be underestimated. Knowing that his own forces were vastly outnumbered, he devised a cunning plan to weaken the Ottoman army before they could reach Wallachian soil. He ordered his men to poison the wells and burn the crops along the invaders' path, depriving them of vital supplies and spreading disease through their ranks. As the Ottoman army drew near, Vlad unleashed his most terrifying weapon, psychological warfare. He dispatched a unit of his finest soldiers, disguised as Ottoman troops, to infiltrate the enemy camp under the cover of darkness. There, they wreaked havoc, sowing confusion and terror among the Ottomans, who began to question their own comrades' loyalty. When the Ottoman army finally arrived at the outskirts of the Wallachian capital, Targovist, they were met with a sight so horrifying that it would be etched into the annals of history for centuries to come. Thousands upon thousands of impaled Ottoman prisoners, their lifeless bodies forming a grotesque forest of the impaled, stood as a testament to Vlad Dracula's ruthlessness and determination. The sight was so gruesome that even the battle-hardened Sultan Mehmed II, who had once brought the great city of Constantinople to its knees, was said to have recoiled in horror. Faced with the prospect of confronting a foe as formidable and fearsome as Vlad Dracula, the Sultan was forced to reconsider his plans. He ordered a tactical retreat, allowing Wallachia to live on, for the time being. Though Vlad had succeeded in repelling the Ottoman invasion, his reign was far from secure. His own treacherous nobles, ever plotting and scheming in the shadows, sought to undermine his rule and bring about his downfall. In 1476, just over a decade after his greatest triumph, Vlad Dracula was betrayed by his own people, who conspired with the Ottoman Empire to dethrone and assassinate him. The man who would inspire the legend of Dracula met a fittingly grisly end, his body hacked to pieces and his head sent to the Sultan as proof of his demise. The reign of terror was over, but the stories of Vlad Dracula, his blood-soaked rule, and his nightmarish forest of impaled victims would continue to haunt the collective imagination of generations to come. Centuries later, in the late 19th century, the Irish author Bram Stoker would draw upon the chilling tales of Vlad Dracula's dark deeds to create the character of Count Dracula, a bloodthirsty vampire who preys upon the innocent in his quest for eternal life. Stoker's novel, simply titled Dracula, would go on to captivate readers worldwide, transforming the fearsome Wallachian ruler into a symbol of supernatural horror. In the novel, the aristocratic and enigmatic Count Dracula resides in a remote castle nestled deep within the Carpathian Mountains, a far cry from the sunlit streets of Victorian London. Yet, it is in this bustling city that he seeks to expand his unholy dominion, luring unsuspecting victims into his web of darkness and bloodlust. As the story unfolds, a group of courageous individuals led by the intrepid Professor Abraham Van Helsing, a man of science and reason, join forces to confront the malevolent vampire and put an end to his reign of terror. Their harrowing journey takes them from the fog-shrouded streets of London to the shadowy halls of Castle Dracula itself, where the ultimate battle between good and evil is fought. While the character of Count Dracula is a work of fiction, the chilling tale of Vlad the Impaler remains all too real, a testament to the darkness that can lurk within the human heart. The true story of Dracula is one of brutality, vengeance, and unyielding determination, a saga that will forever be entwined with the legends and folklore of Eastern Europe. And so, we leave the realm of shadows and return to the world of light, forever changed by the haunting tales of Vlad Dracula and his bloodthirsty alter ego, Count Dracula. These stories serve as a chilling reminder that, in the words of the wise Professor Van Helsing, there are mysteries which men can only guess at, which age by age they may solve only in part.